What did your staff and the team learn about the PAC during the first season competing as an affiliate member in the conference? And how do you think those lessons will translate heading into 2015?
Well, I think in one respect it was exactly what we thought it would be. We recognized that it was a step up. It certainly was. We were looking at the top tier of having some teams that were nationally ranked, playoff quality teams. The middle and lower tier, we knew we were going to be better than we were used to playing in our other situation. I think the surprise was how much better that middle and lower tier was, and just the speed, strength of the athletes that we were going against. You know, what we learned, a couple things. We learned, you know, we're going to have to step it up. There's no doubt about it. Be competitive in this league. We're going to have to step up our game, and I think you know, the losing that we experienced last year forced us to take a look at some things, leadership-wise, culturally, that we just didn't react well to. So I don't know if any coach could stand up and say we didn't have a good spring. I mean, everybody had a great spring, but I think our spring truly was critical. I think we made some tough decisions, changed some things. Some were easy changes, some were very difficult changes. And I think we've done a 180, we've turned that around. We have to keep going in the right direction. But I think it was an eye-opener, and I think it prepared us for what we have to do in the future.
On offense, it's looking like the biggest piece your team will need to replace from last year is your starting quarterback, Billy Beecher. How do you see that position shaping out this year?
Well, Billy will certainly be missed. He was an outstanding leader. Can't speak enough about Bill in that capacity. I think the PC thing to do would say we're going to bring a great group of kids in and have a competition. Realistically, we feel we have a great one. We have a sophomore named Rob Kuda from the state of Illinois that we think can be a great quarterback at our level. I think the coaches feel that way. More importantly, I think our players really believe that he's the guy that can lead us to where we need to go, and just has all the confidence in the world in his ability. Saying that, if it's somebody else playing, then we just got a lot better. Because Rob's, I think, can be an excellent Division III quarterback.
Case Western Reserve is returning 10 of 11 starters on defense, including 8 starting seniors. What are your expectations for the unit heading into the season?
Yeah, defensive, that should be the heart of our team. And actually, they were all starters for the most part as sophomores. We had a very young group 2 years ago. Last year was a disappointment, I think, in their eyes and in our coaching staff's eyes. We expected a little bit better, and for whatever the reasons, you know, it just didn't happen. Again, had a great spring, and I think the key is what Coach Smith touched upon with his leadership. You know, last year we had 0 seniors on our defense, probably our smallest senior group in many, many years, and you know, as your senior group goes, I think that's how your team goes. So if that is true, then this year we're in great shape because we have a ton of seniors on defense. They've all had a ton of experience, and they weren't bad last year. They just weren't as good as I think that we or them wanted them to perform in. So I think it will be the strength of our team, and I think they'll be an exciting group to watch.
Gavin, one of those senior linebackers, is with us today. And Gavin has put together a tremendous career as a Spartan. What makes him such an impactful member of your defense?
Well, I think it's, simply put, it's his presence. I mean, when you watch film of our defense, there is one guy that stands out, and that is Gavin, and that is because of his just pure athleticism. I mean, he is one of the fastest, quickest guys. He has an incredible burst, and he makes just these huge plays because he just gets places before people can get to him. He is a tremendous player, and he has a great, great passion for the game. He is a quiet leader, but guys view him as the leader of our defense because of production and his passion for the game. He's a very exciting guy to watch, and I remember too when you were a sophomore, Gavin, before we scrimmage BW every year, and you know they'd come in and you know our locker room situation is just down the hall, and I saw a really nice looking kid, you know, without his shirt on. I'm like, man, we're in trouble. This kid, oh my goodness! And then turned around and it was Gavin. And I was like, boy, thank goodness he's on our team. I think that's how coaches view him when they watch film. Is man, this guy's he's gonna be tough to stop.
Coach, thank you. Gavin, a couple questions for you now. From a player's perspective, talk about your first season in the PAC and how that experience will help the team in 2015.
Well, PAC's got a lot of good teams. I mean, a lot of great players. You can see it, guys in this room. But we learned that we definitely need to go out there and execute a lot better. We need to pick our competitiveness up. And practice is pretty much key. Coaches put a great game plan out there, and we just need to execute it a lot better. Go out there and perform.
As a senior and a 3-year starter, how do you view your role as a leader on the team?
Well, as Coach Deb said, I am a quiet leader. I'm more of a guy that likes to lead by example. As a starter, I do have the experience that games take. I mean, you need to be experienced to go out there and perform at a high level. And I'm hoping that younger guys can just follow me and other guys on the defense. I mean, we have eight returning starters, so I'm not the only leader on this team. I think our whole senior class is elite.
What are your goals, both individually and for the team, for the upcoming season?
Well, individually, I'd like to continue what I've been doing, but honestly, that really doesn't mean much to me personally. Team goals always come first. I think we want to do well in the PAC, maybe make it to the playoffs. So I'm not really too worried individually. Team-wise, whatever I can do to help the team, that's what I want to do.
With the majority of starters on defense slated to be seniors, as a group, do you draw any extra motivation knowing that this is going to be your last collegiate football season together?
Of course. I mean, it's our last year. After that, we're going on to do our life's work. So as seniors, we're definitely going to go out, compete hardest that we can. I mean, we've been together 4 years. We've all hung out off the field. We know each other, what we're capable of on the field. So we definitely draw some extra motivation. This is our last year to do what we can. So we're going to leave it all out on the field.
Coach Gavin, thank you guys. Case Western Reserve will open the season on September 5th at the University of Chicago.